thousands and thousands of students will not pass Matric. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the line. It's not the end of your study opportunities. Matric is not such a big deal. It feels like a big deal when you're 18. It's this huge milestone you've been working towards. But when you're 30, 40, 50, you can look back and go, it was just one stop on the road. It was a thing, it happened, it didn't work out for you, and you had to figure out what are your other opportunities. So let me take you through what are all the many options available to you if you fail Matric. Your first option, go back to school. Go back to your schools, think about why you failed, and make a plan to overcome the thing that made you fail. If you have to work harder, if you've got to work on your attitude, whatever the thing is. But if you get the opportunity to go back to school to redo your Matric, that's actually going to give you the best opportunity to get a Matric. Once you're out of the school system, once you having to find a job, and once you're in the adult working life, you are going to find that studies means studying at night, studying after hours, studying on weekends, and that is certainly more difficult than going to classes every day. So step one, can you go back to school? Step two, remember every year in May and June there are the adult Matric exam sessions, and at the same time there is the upgrade exams for Matrics of the previous year. So you've written your Matric, you've got your results, you can upgrade, you can improve 2 of your subjects in May and June. So you look at your results. If you think that improving the results on 2 of your subjects are going to push you into a pass, then certainly as quickly as possible, register for those upgrade exams, start studying, and you might, by June, you might be done with those 2 exams, and you might have actually improved your Matric from a fail to a pass. So for me, that's the second option. Third option, and that's kind of more where I feel my knowledge and my specialities. I come from the FET distance learning study sector. Third option for us is you don't try to pass Matric. You find a program that you can do where you will get entrance to the program with your grade 11 pass, or even with your grade 10 pass, and you pick a career-orientated study direction. Now, you forget about Matric, you pick that direction, and all that's going to happen is you're going to get a different qualification at the same level as Matric a year, 2 years from now, and you'll be able to study your way up that ladder. It's simply an alternative path. There's many alternative roads to studies, to Matric level studies, to post-Matric level studies. We offer the Institute of Certified Bookkeeper programs. They are fully accredited. You can get into some of them with grade 10, you can get into all of them with grade 11. You're going to study for a year, you're going to have your Matric level, your NQF4 level qualification. So you're going to have an alternative to Matric that's at the same academic level, and you'll be able to study yourself further up from that point. NQF5, NQF6 level. So you can end up with a qualification that's accredited, and that's 1-2 years post-Matric studies. It's an alternative path, so you should look at those alternative paths. The final option, of course, depending on your age, is you can really rethink your whole Matric, and you can aim for the adult Matric. Now, adult Matric is a program available for people who will be 21 years or older when they write the first exam. Okay, so those exams are in May and June every year. If you sign up now for adult Matric and you know that next year, May month, you're going to be 21, so you're 20 now, then you go on the adult Matric path. It means that you discard all the Matric work you've done, you pick your 6 subjects, you study those 6 subjects, and the only marks that count are the marks that you get in the adult Matric exam. So you don't carry your school marks with you. And for somebody who's got low school marks, because remember, your school mark is part of your final mark. Né? The mark you're going to get the results you see on your matric certificate from Umulusi are your exam results plus your school results. So it's a combined result. If you did really badly at school, that number actually pulls down your average. So for me, a person who's done really badly at school should consider aiming for the adult matric, sign up for a program, study hard, and the only mark that's going to count is the adult matric exam results. But like I've said, you have to be 21 years of age to be accepted onto that. 21 years of age when you write the first exam.